This is how you do it, guys. When your car doesn't run and drive, you put mud flaps on, you put new tires on, it doesn't run and drive, you fix up the interior, it doesn't run and drive, you get new cup holders, it doesn't run and drive. I think that's how you know that you've got an issue. I need to stop doing this. This isn't healthy anymore. Howdy, and welcome back to the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy, and I am back at Sports Car Workshops, or AKA my personal Land Rover Range Rover graveyard. Isn't it wonderful? So, like most Thursday, I want to give a quick update to what's been going on with my fleet and some of the other cars and trucks that are here at the shop. It's been a while, and it hasn't been a great while. So, and just to recap the last couple of weeks, 2 weekends ago was the Rovers at Wintergreen off-road event. You can see that video, I'll link it in the description. Prior to that, my LR3 blew some coolant hoses, so that is at the shop. During the Wintergreen event, Cindy pinched the tire of my L322 Supercharged on a rock and blew that out. So if you're counting, that's two down. While at Wintergreen, it was definitely confirmed that there's additionally something wrong with either one or two of the Cali converters on the Classic. I left the Classic actually up and out Wintergreen at the cabin. It's gonna live there for now. We're gonna come back with something different. So if you're keeping count, guys, that's three down Rovers, and this is number 4. And I got a tag, so I made it legal, and I made it legal for one good reason. I'll show you the reason in a second. But I was just telling Mike, I gotta figure out, I need to get this thing insured for like $10,000 or $11,000 at this point, whatever I have into it. I think I put less than 10 miles on it. That's a dilemma, right? So drop in the comments. I've used Haggerty before. You can name your value, but it's stuff like this that you just have way more money into it than it would ever be worth. But at the end of the day, it's going to have a brand new transmission and a whole bunch of other bits that I'd want to make it not worth $1,000 on paper, like some people might think it is. I also grabbed some roof racks in there, the factory ones, just so I have something to help plug those holes up, and a new controller for the computer for the rear windows, since they don't go up and down. This is how you do it, guys. When your car doesn't run and drive, you put mud flaps on, you put new tires on, it doesn't run and drive, you fix up the interior, it doesn't run and drive, you get new cup holders, it doesn't run and drive. I think that's how you know that you've got an issue. I need to stop doing this. This isn't healthy anymore. So, this is a truck I did a video on 4 or 5 months ago now. 4 or 5 months seems to be the general time it takes me to actually get something productive done. And I hate that. I was never that type of person, but life has now started to get in the way. So this is the one owner, 94,000 mile Cayenne Turbo we bought for a customer, and it had transmission problems, and we didn't want to shove it back to auction, so we bought it from him, and we actually just replaced the transmission. So this still needs to be gone through, but this is a one owner 2013 Cayenne Turbo, which now has a new transmission. We're still to go through and adjust some cosmetic things on it, but it's got the sports seats. Again, one owner, 94,000 miles, has a couple little dents here that we need to pop out. But it's a really clean truck, and the sports seats are super awesome, comfortable, decent tires on it. So this is going to be up for sale if you're interested. I know I have a lot of Rover viewers, and it doesn't look that great right now. It needs to be cleaned up and, again, gone through, inspected, all that fun stuff. But this truck will be sweet once it's done. And I'll definitely do another Cayenne Turbo review video on it once that happens. And look at this supercharged L322. Oh wait, this is my supercharged L322. And it looks a little bit worse for wear and a little bit different than the last time you saw it, because I don't have any money anymore, because I have a bunch of Land Rovers. When Cindy blew that tire out, instead of spending $400 for 2 new tires, I just put my LR3 wheels on it. So those are 19s with some pretty decent tread on these Westlakes, which are probably not the best tire, but it was free. So I saved myself $400 by just putting on a set of wheels that I had sitting around. And I'm just going to drive it with that extra bit of sidewall incognito for a little bit. You know, it's that people might think it's rebadged or the supercharged badge is fake, but this was not bought at a buy here, pay here lot, which is kind of how most of these get upcharged. Another addition, I got this L322 Amazon special roof rack, and I don't hate it. It is pretty secure on there. I unfortunately had to rip off the mounting points for the factory roof rack, but it's on there. There's $200 and it fits well. I mean, my purpose is to put my little rooftop container up there. I'm not gonna put anything of like actual heavy weight on it, but for $200, it's not bad. It seems like it'll hold some weight that I need. And I kind of like the look of the roof rack.
Yeah, it goes great with your bullshit wheels.
It'll go great. That's what I was just talking about, my wonderful wheels.
Good.
Listen, I'm trying to fly the winter. So yeah, so we got my bullshit wheels with good tires. We've got some mud flaps, and we got the roof rack. So I'm going full Florida retiree at this point.
Special.
You like those Westlakes? And we've got my truck, which I need to do something with. If you know anyone in the local Virginia area that does diesel swaps, let me know. I don't know if I'll be able to make that one into the rotation. The LR3, well, the LR3 is here. Again, Cindy was driving, blew the heater T. So now I got some new heater T's, bled the system, ensure didn't overheat, but again, I do things correctly, get things checked out, do a pressure test, etc. So this is good to go now. Couple things I want to also do while it's here, probably flush the rear diff, do the belts. Again, these 4.4s have two belts, one in the front, one in the back. They don't get done that often, and if I'm gonna go to the event in New York next month, I want to make sure that is taken care of. So try to make this thing road trip worthy, which I thought it was until that happened. But exciting enough, here it is. Here is my brand new but remanufacturer's Ashcroft R380 5-speed with the beefed up rear carrier bearing. So again, instead of doing this the bullshit way, we went ahead and spent the money, and this is pretty much a brand new unit. This came direct from England or the UK or whatever you want to call it these days, and it's pretty much brand new, guys. I'm pretty excited about this. There can't be too many trucks with a non-clapped out transmission or R380, so this is pretty exciting. Ashcroft transmissions, I mean, I got pretty much all the options you could get. It comes standard since it's the V8 with the higher fifth gear ratio, so that's a non-applicable option. I think it cost me about $1,600 or $1,700 US shipped out the door. The unit itself is about €600, but after you click the can't return your core, and shipping was about 200 or so euro. The price goes up a little bit, but still probably cheaper than getting it redone at a shop here, at least I think.
You get that upgraded bearing?
Got the upgraded bearing, and again, there's not a lot of shops in the States that specialize in these. They do this, they do rear ends, they do all kinds of stuff. So check off Ashcroft Transmissions. I think the whole ordering process took about 4 weeks, which isn't terrible. And we'll see. Like I said, I'm highly confident it'll perform well, but it's nice to see. It's wild to see something, it looks like it's been put together with some care. All right, and the last one, which has probably been one of the longest we've had something, we finally got the brake module for the D2. That is installed. This was causing a parasitic drain in the battery and some other issues, of course, D2 things, but it just needs the brakes bled, and it should be good to go. I might already have a buyer for this. Again, this is a one-owner, 100,000 mile truck. Really awesome condition, especially on the interior. Green paint. I can't remember the paint color, but it is a pretty cool, clean truck. And I know you'll tell me you can find D2s anywhere. Yeah, you can, but there's no rear frame. the head gasket's gone, and they're usually just, if paint's completely faded, nothing interior work. This is a completely functional truck, and again, in super awesome condition. So I didn't want to talk about this truck, but some people on Instagram might recognize this truck from Vineyard Rovers. He's actually, he's a buddy of ours, lives in Richmond, goes to school here. This truck is a part of his family's condition. I'm not going to say the year because I don't know off the top of my head, and you guys will roast me in the comments, but this truck has a really awesome history. Check out his Instagram, Vineyard Rovers. He's got the backstory and all the information on it, but it's a very well preserved example of an early series wagon, and just has all, I mean, I'm sure someone could have a field day going through every single little detail and the backstory and what the option was for the importation, to these interesting little key things, might have part of an alarm, to the blinkers, turn signals, the addition of the fuel tank canisters. I mean, it just, this truck absolutely has it all. It's here for, I think he's got a brake caliper or something locking up, but pretty cool truck. Pretty cool. I don't, even if you're not a series guy, you can really appreciate, you know, how utilitarian and fun this would be just to bang around. Because these trucks get driven too. It's a showpiece, but at the same time, they drive them around, so that's pretty awesome.
Just to mess with people. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess people do it with the minis. Yeah. See 92 minis in here with fuel injection.
And if anyone was wondering, we have the $750 D2 up and running. It's alive and well. Buddy Jamie just got the exhaust put on, had 2 cats replaced because they were bad. And what else? Alternator, get a couple used tires, get a transmission kit for it, and he's just been nailing it. Again, this was $750 sitting in a yard for many years. It's just been on Marketplace for a while. The guy thought it might have had a bad head gasket, but so far it's been running and driving and doing the Land Rover thing. So he's in it for probably $1,500 now. And I don't know, that's the beauty of getting kind of caught up in these old trucks, fortunately or unfortunately, no matter how you look at it. All right, that's gonna wrap up this video. Again, thanks for watching. Drop a comment below, hit the like button, do that subscribe, hit the bell, follow me on Instagram if you want. I've got probably a lot more updates for the daily happenings of what's going on Instagram. I post on YouTube some pictures and whatnot, but I keep the stories and whatnot pretty up to date on either Addicted Motors or Addicted Rovers. 2 handles there. So again, thanks for watching. I think the next video is probably gonna be an update on the van, which is back, and probably on the L322. I've got a couple other, maybe some Chevy trucks lined up over the next few weeks, but until then, it's still just a holding pattern, waiting for the work to be done on the trucks at the shop. So we'll see how that goes. The goal is going to be getting the LR3 ready to go to the 75th reunion in New York. So if you're a subscriber, I'll probably see you there. I think there's going to be over 400 or so trucks, which is a lot of people. So it's basically going to be a big gathering of Instagram and YouTube. So we'll see how that all pans out. Thanks. Catch you in the next one.